They're two names that we would have never expected would be even mentioned in the same breath. But now, we're doing it. Because when it comes to Vancouver Canucks defenseman Elias Pettersson, oh boy, this guy is making Nikita Zadorov's job in Vancouver obsolete. And I know I'm kind of poking fun at the names here because, Pettersson and Zadorov, these guys are so different. If you had seen the Vancouver Canucks last year, you would have seen a struggling Elias Pettersson in the second half of the year who wasn't able to produce and wasn't able to do much in the Stanley Cup Playoffs, and you would have seen the total opposite in Nikita Zadorov, a defenseman, a brute, a monster of a human being, a tree, a guy who would score clutch goals like crazy in the playoffs, and who had appropriately earned a payday from that showcase. The Boston Bruins gave Nikita Zadorov a contract that many Canucks fans were envious of, and we did see the percolating conversation throughout the season that said, the Canucks are bad on D, Carson Soucy and Myers are bad, Desharnais is bad, Noah Juleson is bad, Erik Brannstrom is bad. There were so many defensive conversations about this team, and the Nikita Zadorov, Ian Cole thing kept on bringing itself up. The Canucks made a mistake by letting Cole and Zadorov go. If you thought Cole was too old, you thought he wasn't really all too great because of all the own goals he had scored against the Oilers in the playoffs last year, you would see folks saying the things about Zadorov, the Canucks are getting shoved around. The Canucks are not standing up for Quinn Hughes when he's getting plummeted to the ice. This team lacks that bite. They're not getting that agitative force. They should have kept Zadorov. And for most of this season, I feel like a lot of Canucks fans were battling back and forth amongst themselves. Zadorov's presence is missed in Vancouver. Zadorov got overpaid and overtermed in Boston, so it was okay for Vancouver to let him go. He had one good playoff run and has been a middle to bottom pair defenseman the rest of his career, so paying him that money wouldn't have been all too useful. But now, I feel like Canucks fans have the right to fully forget about Nikita Zadorov now. And it all comes in the form of Elias D. Petey, Jr., as they call him in the room. Because Elias Pettersson is starting to play some extraordinarily meaningful hockey. We had talked in the postgame yesterday about his fight against Logan O'Connor and how that totally put a lot of Canucks fans on edge. Hey, this guy is really wailing on the guy. That was crazy. What a fight there out of D. Petey, a guy who had to learn how to fight on the fly because he hadn't fought before. That was his first fight. And he looked fantastic. Okay, he didn't knock anybody out, but he tangoed, he ate some punches, he dished some out, and it was just a violent fight. Purely the kind of fight that gets hockey fans' butts in the seats there. Elias Pettersson showing off a level of snarl that we have not seen out of Elias Pettersson pretty much ever in his career, and being able to stand up for himself and show that he is not somebody to be messed with. That is the Nikita Zadorov quality that a lot of Canucks fans got used to watching from last season. And now for Elias Pettersson, it's okay, this guy's also finding ways to score points. He's also getting involved on the puck. I'm not going to say he's super offensively talented. I mean, he had 13 points in 38 AHL games and 3 points in 25 NHL games. Not the best production in the world, but the fact that he is still able to play and compete in the NHL with defensive efficiency, using his stick to knock away what the opposition's trying to do on the rush. He positions himself well and he can break the puck out nicely, and he has a cannon of a shot. This is kind of the same. Who was it that did this before? This is kind of Carson Soucy syndrome that we had seen from last year, where when you give him time and space and he's got the opportunity to lock and load it from the wrist, he can fire it. But, of course, Elias Pettersson is not really given all those opportunities too much, so you don't really see him even have many shots on goal per game. But still, Elias Pettersson, he's got a deceptive shot, he can shoot it high, he can shoot it for tips, and he was able to get a few goals this season doing just that. His first NHL goal already scored a few nights ago against the Anaheim Ducks, after all. So, Elias Pettersson having some sort of an offensive edge. I'm not going to say it's Nikita Zadorov level, where Nikita was scoring all these crazy points just left, right, and center and snipes from outside. Like, that is not really foreseeable in the immediate future for Elias Pettersson. Maybe in the future, but not for now. But the snarl and not being pushed around, that quality, that's really great. And for Elias Pettersson, I mean, you're thinking about it, this guy is on an ELC till 2027. Imagine if the Vancouver Canucks kept Nikita Zadorov around. They would have had Quinn Hughes, Marcus Pettersson, Zadorov, and then DPD. They'd force DPD off to the other side, which is already happening because Derek Forbort is here. But ultimately thinking about it, like, okay, if you wanted to bring back Forbort, you wanted to have, let's say, 7 good defensemen on the team between Hughes, Hronek, Tyler Myers, Marcus Pettersson, Elias Pettersson, Victor Mancini, and then you have Forbort. That's a pretty good decor for next season, and that's not even including Tom Willander. That's not even including Noah Juulsen. Just having a collection of that amount of guys totally trumps what the Canucks had heading into this season. Carson Soucy, with the way he had played this season, just so incapable of doing much. Him and Myers were terrible together. Desharnais, not great. Noah Juulsen being a staple on the blue line, not great. Erik Brannstrom, not great, but he had good flashes too. There's a good level of Canucks defensemen that is compared to the start of the season, and with Quinn Hughes and Filip Hronek still doing their thing, anything's possible, really. Quinn Hughes, I feel like he's going to need an offseason of just getting better and hopefully bringing his body back up to speed, because he definitely did wear himself down, and he might not even be fully recovered from the injury he had sustained too. Filip Hronek has been playing underratedly good, honestly, throughout most of the season, especially when Quinn Hughes was out. I just feel like because Quinn Hughes is there and because he has such high point production, it becomes a lot easier for Canucks fans to gloss over Phil Hronek and what it is he's been doing on the Canucks blue line as of late. But ultimately, I wanted to make this video as more of a plea, just a drive for the positive here, because everything the Canucks fans wanted out of Nikita Zadorov, they're getting for extremely cheap in Elias Pettersson. And the Canucks didn't paper him down, Elias Pettersson, for the AHL playoffs. They think this guy's already an NHL caliber dude. He's got nothing left to prove in the American Hockey League after a very short stint over there, heading over from Sweden and then starting out in the AHL last year and then doing it this year too. To make the jump essentially from the Allsvenskan to a little bit of an AHL tenure and then being a full-time NHL guy, that is unheard of. And the fact that Elias Pettersson is doing this as a third-round pick, he's making it seem a lot more like a guy that we are all clamoring for as a prospect, not because of the memes and the name, but because he's actually good. So I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Elias Pettersson and how he compares to Nikita Zadorov, and whether or not you think this is the perfect Zadorov replacement. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Zayne, and bye.